Yeah, good morning everyone. Guys, okay. Today we'll discuss about the inheritance concept. So already we have started the OOPS principles. Last session we had done with the encapsulation. Today we will discuss about the inheritance. Inheritance is the one of the principles in the OOPS. Okay, inheritance. Our topic name is inheritance. The first question is, if like anywhere you go, the first question is what is inheritance? What is inheritance? Inheritance meaning it is the process of extending the it is the process extending the properties from one class to another class. Extending the properties from one class to another class. Extending properties from one class to another class. One class to another class is called inheritance. Is called inheritance. So basically, inheritance meaning it is the process of extending the properties. It is the process of extending the properties from one class to another class. Is called inheritance. Okay. Next, for extending the properties, we will use the extends keywords. For extending properties, we will use we will use extend keyword. We will use extend keyword. Extend keyword. Okay. Next, from which class we are extending, that is called from which class we are extending the properties. We are extending the properties. That class is called parent class or super class. From which class we are extending the properties, so that class is called parent class. Or you can say parent class, or you can say super class, parent class, super class, or you can say base class. You can say base class. Base class. Are you guys clear with my point? From which class we are extending the properties? That class is called parent class, super class, or base class. Or base class. The class which is extending the properties. The class which is extending the properties. The class is extending the properties. The class which is extending the properties, which is the class which is extending the properties. That class is called child class properties. That class is called child class. You can say subclass. Okay, the class which is extending the properties, that class is child class or subclass, or you can say derived class, Okay, derived class. Are you guys clear with my point? So now I will take two classes, public class, and here I would like to take one class. The class name is user, and this is the scope of the user. And here what I am like again I would like to take one more class, that is the public class. The class student I am taking. Okay, student I am taking, and here what I am doing, I am taking properties of the user. Like I would like to take some instance variables like int id and string name, and I would like to take int rank. Okay, int rank. So these properties belonging to username. User is the class which is having the properties, that is the int id, string name, and int rank. In the same way, if I write like this also, int id and string name string name, and so int rank. Now you can observe. Now you can observe these two. These two are the classes. These two are the normal Java classes. User is the one normal Java class, and student is the one normal Java class. If I write like these variables already you have already available in one class, that is the user class. The properties like int id, string name, and int rank already we have available in the username. So if I write already you have, but if you are trying to write again, that code is we need to follow the OOPS principles. We need to follow the OOPS principles. In the OOPS, the main purpose is we can write the program at one time, we can reuse the multiple times. Here we have already variables, then again why you are writing the same variables. So if you write the same code in the multiple times, then that code is called duplicate code. Duplicate code, or you can say redundant code, redundant redundant code, or you can say boilerplate code. Boilerplate code. Are you guys clear with my point? These variables already available in the user class, but if you are again you are taking the same variables, then why you are same? If Java is the OOP language now, if you write the code at one time, you can reuse multiple times. If you are same, if you are the properties already available in the user class, if you are trying to take the same variables in the student class also, then you are violating the OOPS principles. You are not following the OOPS standards. We are violating the OOPS principles. You are violating the OOPS principles. Are you guys clear with my point? These properties are already available in the users. In the OOPS main principle is code reusability. The main purpose of inheritance, the main purpose of OOPS principles is code reusability. Already you defined the properties int id, string name in the user class. You can use these properties in multiple places. You can use multiple places. If you same variables you can take in different class also, then our memory will waste, our time will waste. So these many issues will be have. So instead of taking those, if you write like multiple times, then that code is duplicate code. Why duplicate? The same code already available in one file, the same code already available in user file, then why you are taking one more, then why you are writing the same properties in the different class? Are you guys clear with my point what I'm saying? So if you are writing the same, if you are writing the same code, then that code is called duplicate code. Duplicate, or it will have multiple parallel names like redundant code and boilerplate code. Boilerplate code. Okay. So how will you? This is the one user is the one normal Java program, and student also one normal Java program. How will you make the relation between two classes? How will you make the relation between the two classes? Simply you can make the relation between actions is the keyword, and you can mention user, and no need to write all these. No need to write all these properties. So now whatever the properties available in the user, so the student have the properties, meaning implicitly it will have these properties. Explicitly if you mention any properties, then that is the explicitly. Like for example, if I mention the uh, mobile number, for example, if I mention the mobile number here, public int mobile number. Okay, so now this class is having implicitly these three properties, explicitly these properties. Total it is having four properties. Four properties. So no need to write like already the properties are defined in some classes. Need to extend those properties. If you are not extending those properties, if you are writing, then that code is duplicate code or redundant code, that is or you can say boilerplate code. You are not following the OOPS principles, you are completely violating the OOPS principles. So we need to follow the OOPS principles. Are you guys clear with my point what I'm saying? So this is inheritance with respect to variables. Inheritance with respect to variables. Okay, are you guys clear with my point? Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys. Ah, పైన ఉంటారు. రాలా. Fever. Yeah. Okay. Uh, are you guys clear with my point? What I am saying? So inheritance we are seeing with respect to variables and with respect to methods and with respect to constructor. We'll see one by one. Now what I am doing, inheritance with respect to variables. Inheritance with respect to variables. So I will open my Eclipse and then we'll see how the variables we can extend from one class to another class. I am taking any project. So simply I am taking this project. So here what I am doing, I am taking one package. The package name I can mention like package. I am mentioning the package name. The package name. In my case, I am mentioning inheritance like that. Inheritance. Okay, fine. This is the package. In this package, you should take the classes. So in my case, I am taking the class. One is the user class. One is the user class. The class name is user. Okay. This is the user class. In this user class, I am taking int id. You can take access specifier also. Public, but this is if you not mention any access specifier, then it will consider as a default one. Okay. Default access specifier also you can access within the package. Okay. Within the package. Now what I am taking int id. Okay. And then public string name. Okay. And next thing what I would like to take int rank. Int rank. Okay. Are you guys clear with my point? Int rank. Now user is the class which is having three properties. One is the id, second one is the name, and third one is the rank. Are you guys clear with my point? So I am saving this file, and the same inheritance package I would like to create one more class also. The class name e should be like this, the student. The class name is the student. Okay. This is the student class, and this is the student class, and here the student is having one property. If I write the same properties here, for example, if you see like int id, and I would say string name and int rank. So these properties already defined in user class. If I take the same variables, if I write the same variables in the other class also, like in any file, in other file also, if I write, then that code is duplicate code. Why you are saying duplicate code? Already these variables are available. If you are writing the same variables in a different file, then that code is called duplicate code. Duplicate are redundant, and or we can say boilerplate code. Are you guys clear with my point? Boilerplate code. Are you guys clear with my point? These points. These three properties already available in the user class. If you are trying to write the same variables, so I am deleting this access specifier also. So you know I will get the clarity. Some guys might be confused. Okay. Int id, string name, int rank. And here if I write the same variables, then that code is duplicate. Duplicate. Why? Because this property is already available in some other different class. Then why you are writing why you are writing the same properties in student class also? If I write like this, then that is duplicate code. Okay, how will you? No need to write the duplicate code. We have the OOPS principles. We need to follow the OOPS standards. We don't violate the OOPS principles. Why? Because Java is the OOP language, na? So instead of writing these three things, I can write extends keyword, and I can mention user mention. And now whatever the properties user is having, the same properties it is also having. Okay. Now I would like to mention into mobile number. Okay. Mobile number. Now student is having total four variables. Three is coming from implicitly and one is coming from the explicitly. Are you guys clear with my point? Now what I am doing, I will take the main method. and inside this main method I would like to call all the four methods. So these are which methods? These all are instance method or what method? Instance method. How will you invoke the instance method? we need to we need to compulsory create the object. Okay, which class should I create the object for? Child class or parent class? Basically, now you can observe student is having total four variables, three variables implicitly and one variable is explicitly. So which variable should I create here? Which object should I create? Hmm? Why? This student is having four variables now. Why should I create the parent? All the properties are inherited from that class to this class. Now student is having four variables. Now, now if I create the user, then there is no use. If I create the student object, then you can access four variables. Four variables. Okay. Now I am new keyword student, and you need to mention. Okay, yes. Okay, S is the reference variable name, and this is the object creation. Okay. Now I would like to access which variable? ID. So ID is coming. ID where ID is coming from? From parent class. So user is the parent class. Okay. I am initializing with some number. Okay. In the same way, int name, where the name is coming? Parent class. Parent class. So here I would like to mention some name. Okay. In the same way, rank is also coming from the parent. 3 not. I would like to mention some number. Okay. Next, mobile number. S dot mobile number. Where mobile number is coming? Mobile number is coming child class. Child class. Mobile number is coming child class. Okay. So here I would like to mention some mobile number. Okay. Like this I am mentioning the mobile number. Okay. Are you guys clear with my point? What I'm saying? This is clear. So I will show you through the this one MS Paint also. Then we'll get the clarity. I will open the MS Paint. Guys, can you please observe? This is the one. Basically, this is the one class. This class is having one code. That code is this one. That code is this one. So I will increase the size, font size. Okay. This is the normal Java class. This is the normal Java class. If I take the same one more file here, if I take the same one more file, and if I mention if I mention like the class name public class, if I mention the student, if I mention the student, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. And if I take the same names here, if I take the ID, and if I take the string, so what I'm saying, these are the duplicate. These are duplicate. Why? Because these are all are available in one file. One file. Okay. If you write like this is the duplicate code. So we are violating the. You are completely violating the. You are not following the OOPS guidelines. You are completely violating the OOPS principles. Okay. So this way is not recommended. So that's why we need to create the relation. We need to create the relation between this class to user class. How will you create the relation? By using the inheritance, by using the extends keyword. So we'll be having this is the one class and this is the one class. We need to create the relation. How will you create the relation? Using the extends keyword. Using the extend keyword. So with the help of extend keyword, we can create the relation. Extends keyword. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay, this is clear. Extend keyword. User is the one class and student is the one class. We are creating the relation. So the main purpose, if I write like this, the main purpose of this thing is I'm using the code. This code already available here, and this code I am using in multiple files. So now you can tell me what is the main purpose of inheritance. The main purpose of inheritance is the code reusability. The main purpose of inheritance is code reusability. The main purpose of inheritance is code reusability. Inheritance is code reusability. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay. Okay, this is with respect to variables. This is with respect to variables. And now try to understand inheritance with respect to methods. Inheritance with respect to methods. With respect to methods. With respect to methods. Okay, fine. Now what I am doing, I would like to take two methods. I would like to take two classes. Okay. The same classes I am taking. The same classes I am taking. Now you guys, can you please observe what I am doing? Here we don't have any properties, and here also we don't have any properties, and we don't have any relation also. We don't. These two are normal Java classes. User is the one normal Java class, and student is the one normal Java class. Now what I am doing, I am taking the methods. Void m1 is the one method, and here this is the scope of the method. Okay, within the scope of the method, I would like to write some dummy message. SOP, like I would like to write some dummy message, like M1 method is calling from parent parent class. Okay, parent class. Are you guys clear with my point? And here also I would like to take one more method. Here also I would like to take one more method. For example, if I would like to take, if I take the M1 method, then what will happen? If I take the M1 method, so now I will take the second method, M2 method, and user class is having one method, that is the M1 method. User class is having M1 method. Okay. Now, if you observe user, if you take the M1 method, then what will happen? M1 method, same parameters if you are taking, then you can say that is like duplicate code, you can say. But in case of polymorphism, like there we will take some other implementation also. Okay. Now in this case you can observe, now I am taking M2 method. Now this some logic is available here, and in the student class M2 method is available. Now if I want to make the relation between two classes, simply you can use the extends keyword, and you can use the user. Then what will happen? This class is contain two methods. One is the M1 method, second one is the M2 method. Second one is the M2 method. Are you guys clear with my point? Simply I am going to my, someone is trying to get. Okay. Simply I am going to my Eclipse. So instead of taking variables, now I would like to take the methods. The method is void m1 method, and okay, here I would like to write some dummy message. The dummy message is I would like to mention parent m1 method is called parent m1 method is called. Okay, are you guys clear with my pointer? Parent m1 method call. In the same way, I am going to student file, and instead of writing these things, I am taking one method, that is the M2 method. I'm taking I'm taking here I would like to take M2 method void M2, and from here to here this is the scope of M2 method, and here I would like to take the system dot out dot return. Here I would like to take the M2 child M2 method is calling. Okay, it's a child M2 method is calling. Child M2 method calling. Now you can tell me these two are which methods? Which method these two are? Instance variables or static methods? Instance method. How will you invoke the instance method? We should create the object and we can call the methods. Now should I create the which class should I create the object? Should I create the student? Yeah, you manually should create the object for the student class, and then you can call the instance method student, and you can mention with student. Now h dot m1 and h dot m2 and h dot m2. Are you guys clear with my point? I am saving this one. If I execute the one, now you will get the get. Okay, parent m1 is calling and child m2 is calling. Child m2 is calling. Are you guys clear with my point? This is with respect to this is with respect to methods. This is with respect to methods. Okay, this is with respect to methods. Now you guys tell me, for example, this is the user class, and the same m1 method I am copying here, and here I am taking the m1 method, and I am converting the child m1 method, and I'm saving this file, and this m2 method I am copying, and I am going here, and I am pasting here. I am pasting here. I am saving the file, and this I am changing to parent. Okay, parent. I am saving this file. And, now you guys tell me. So M1 method is available in the parent class. M2 method is available in the both classes, like child class and parent class. So M1 method is M1 and M2 methods are available in both classes. If I now I would like to, if I call the M1 and M2 methods, so which methods will execute? Hmm? No, no four methods. Which methods will execute? No. Two methods will execute. From which class the two methods will execute? Parent class or child class? Huh? Mm. So if you see, I am executing the file. I am running the file. Now you see, are you guys clear with my point? So the same class is having, student is having the same methods, and user is having the same methods. So in case of methods, you need to remember one point is whenever like the same methods will be having the same classes, so the JVM always prefer to the child class. So for example, if you are trying to call the M1 method, it will look the child class. In the child class, if the M1 method, there is no M1 method, then it will goes to the parent class. There it will look for the M1 method. In the parent class, it is having the M1 method, then it will execute. If not, it will goes to the parent. Parent of all classes is the object. It will go to the object and it will execute. For example, if you can observe, for example, if I mention hash code, s dot hash code, hash dot hash code, and now this hash code I am calling from I would like to mention sysout statement, sysout statement, and here I am mentioning hash code. So now you guys tell me where hash code is coming. Hash code is also one method which is available in the object class, which is available in the object class. Guys, don't confuse. I will use MS Paint. Basically, All the class superclass is the object. In Java, every class superclass is the object. So this method is not available in child class, and this method is not available in parent class also. But we are calling the hash code method. How we are calling the hash code method, which is available in object class. So directly object class is directly or indirectly superclass for all the classes. Okay. Now I will say here the hierarchy should be like this. For example, this is the parent class. The hierarchy should be like this. So the first one, object class. So for in the Java, for every class, object is the parent class. First one is the object. Okay. Next one is the, in our case, next one is the user. We can say parent class. Okay. Parent class. And next one is the child class. Next one is the child class. This is the hierarchy you need to follow. Okay. For every object, for every class, object is the superclass. Object is the parent class. Okay. Object is the parent class. Now are you guys clear with my point with respect to methods? So the JVM always it will look for the JVM always it will look for example, this hash code is coming from the parent class, meaning object class. Now you can tell me, now what I am doing is I am taking one method. That method is int. The method name is hash code, and from here to here, this is the scope of hash code. I am return some 108. 108. Yeah, we need to mention the method, man. Okay. Okay. Now you guys tell me. Now I am calling the hash code. So which method should I execute right now? Are you guys observing what I am doing? So I have taken one hash code method. So which hash code method is available in the inside child class. Now I am calling the method hash code method. Then which method should I execute? Which method will get the output? Child class object. So that's what I am saying. JVM first it will look for the, if you are trying to call, second, yeah, if you are trying to call, so for example, if you are trying to call the M1 method, what the JVM will do, that method it will look for the child class. If there any method is available, then it will execute. So if in the child class the method is not available, then it will goes to the parent class, and then it will execute. In the parent also not available, it will goes to the object. If the object is there, it will execute. So in this case, you can observe as object is coming from the, it will first it will look for the pay, child class. Okay, first it will look for the child class. So here we have the hash code. If I execute this one, then which method will execute? This method will execute. Now I will get the result 108. Now you can simply see, if I run the file, now we will get the result. Now we will get the result. This is printing hash code. This is printing a hash code. This, which method is this one? Instance method or static method? This is the instance method. So we can add hash code method by using hash code. Hash code will be having hash code enter. This method we need to call. This method we need to call, and this method we need to store inside sysout statement. System dot out dot. So we need to mention sysout statement. Okay. Need to mention sysout statement. I am saving this file. I am executing this file. I am saving this file. I am executing. Now we will get the 108. Now you will get the 108. Are you guys clear with my point? This is with respect to methods. This is with respect to methods. So whenever you are trying to call the methods, first it will give the preference to child. in the child class, if there is whatever you are accessing, the method is not available, then only it will go to parent. There it will look for that method. There also the method is not available, then it will go for the parent. Now you guys can please observe the same program, constructor. The constructor syntax already you know, guys. uh, Access specifier and the class name, constructor name should be the same, and from here to here, scope of the constructor. Now here what I am taking some dummy message sound statement. Here I need to follow. I am writing the parent constructor calling, parent constructor calling. Okay, okay, fine. Now the same I would like to go the user class. Here also I will create one constructor, that is the student constructor. Okay, public student, and from here to here this is the scope of the student. Here I would like to write some dummy message. The dummy message should be like this. So statement. Okay, fine. So statement. Here I am saying child constructor calling. Okay, child constructor. Okay, child constructor calling. Okay. Are you guys clear with my point? So I have taken two constructors. This is the parent class constructor and this is the child class constructor. Child class constructor. So now I am trying to execute the file. Now you can observe what you will get the result. What you will get the result. Hmm. Now you can observe first which constructor is executing, parent constructor, and next which constructor is executing, child constructor. In case of constructors, first it will execute the parent class constructor and then it will execute the child class constructor. Why? Because we are creating the object. We are creating the object, meaning we are calling the constructor. We are creating the constructor. So for which we will be having total like first we are taking the properties from the parent. So in case of constructors, so first it will like parent constructor will execute and then child constructor will be execute. So this is the difference you should remember in case of parents and child. So in case of constructors topic, so first JVM will execute, JVM will execute, JVM will execute parent constructors, and then it will execute child constructor. Okay, and then it will execute the child constructor. But in case of methods constructor, so here first it will JVM will look, first JVM will look method. For example, whenever we are accessing, when whenever you are accessing the method, will look for that method in the child class. If the method is available, if the method is available in the child class, it will execute. It will call child class. It will execute. If not, it will go. The JVM will go. The JVM will check in the parent class. Parent class. If the method is available in the parent class, if the method is available in the parent class, then the JVM will execute. The JVM will execute. in the parent also, the method is not available, then it will it will go into the, it will check, then the JVM will check into the object class, object object class. In the object class also the method is not available, object class also, in object class also the method is not available, the method is not available, then you will get the exception, not available, so then you will get the exception, then you will get the exception. Are you guys clear with my point what I'm saying? So like first it will look for the for example, whenever you are trying to access using the object you are calling some particular method, the method it will look for the child class. In the child class this is not available, it will look for the parent class. In the parent class also it is not available, it will go to the object class, and then there it will check the that particular method. In that in the object also the method is not available, then it will throws the exception. Okay, then it will throws the exception. This is the hierarchy you need to remember. This is with respect to methods, and this is with respect to variables, and this is with respect to constructors. In case of constructors, always the first parent constructor will be executed, and then child constructor will be executed. Okay, in the interview perspective, these are the regular questions. These are the regular questions. Are you guys clear with my point? This is clear. Anyone has any confusion about the so if you, the main purpose of inheritance is the code reusability. Okay, can you guys please read all these points, all of you? What is the first point? Okay, what is the next point? Okay, what is the third point? Okay, next line. Derived class. Next line. Okay. We are discussing three cases. One is with respect variables. Okay. And second one, inheritance with respect to methods. And third thing, inheritance with respect to constructors. Constructors. In the class, we can declare with variables, methods, and constructors. So we done three variations. First variation variables, second variation methods, and third variation constructors. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay, fine. After this, in the inheritance, we have five types actually. We have five types. The five types is, the first one is the single level inheritance. The first one is the single level inheritance. Okay. First one is the single level inheritance. Okay. Second one is the multi-level. Multi-level inheritance. Okay. Multi-level inheritance. And third one is hierarchical. Hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical. And fourth one multiple. And fifth one hybrid. Hybrid. Okay, these are the types available inside the inheritance. Total five types: single level, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple, and hybrid. Okay, we'll try to understand one by one. Then we'll get the clarity. What does it mean by single level and what does it mean by multi-level? Okay. So first one is the single level inheritance, meaning we can inherit the properties from one class to another class in only one level. So for example, now I am writing the like this class B extends class B extends uh, A, extend the properties, class B extends A class. Class B extends properties from A class. Are you guys clear with this point? And in case of multi-level, this is for in case of multi-level inheritance. Here we'll be having multiple levels. For example, class C extends, class C extends, class B, class C extends, class C extends, class B, and class B. Okay, okay. Class B extends, class B extends, class A, class A. Okay. So in the same way, hierarchical inheritance meaning. So only one parent can have the multiple child classes. Hierarchical inheritance. So I will write here one parent, one parent class will have multiple child classes. Multiple child classes. That's clear with my point. So I will try to understand these three, and then we'll get the clarity. Multiple meaning one child class have multiple parents. One child class have multiple parents. Multiple parents. Multiple parents. Basically, this kind of inheritance not possible in Java. So Java does not support. Java does not support. To avoid ambiguity problem, Java does not support due to ambiguity problem. Ambiguity problem. So I will tell you like what does it mean by ambiguity problem and all. These are the five types: single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. Okay. Multi-level meaning only one level, guys. Only one level. If you are inheriting the properties from parent to child, then we can say that is the single level inheritance. Okay, only one level. So, for example, if I go here and I am taking the two classes, this is the one class. I am creating one class. The class is the parent class. The class is the parent. Whatever the programs we did, all are the single level only. This is the parent class, and in this parent class, I am taking one method like a void m1 method. Okay, from here to here I would like to write some message. The message should be sysout statement. Okay, sysout statement. Here I am writing the same thing. Parent m1 method calling. Okay, parent m1 method calling. Okay, I'm saving this file, and simply what I'm doing, I'm creating one more child class. The child class is, I'm mentioning the class name is the child. Okay, I'm going to the child. This is the child class. Here I would like to create the m2 method. Void m2 method, and here this is the scope of m2 method. Here I would like to mention sysout statement. Okay, simply I am mentioning the sysout statement. Here I am passing some dummy message that is child class m2 method calling. Child class m2 method calling. Are you guys clear with my point? Now I need to single level. So my I would like to write the single level. Single level meaning we need to extend the properties from one class to another class. Okay. So how will you? We need to extend keyword. Extend is the keyword. Extends. We need to mention the parent. We need to extend the parent. Whenever you are inheriting the one level of class properties from one class to another class in single level, then we can say single level inheritance. Now the child is having two methods: explicitly m2 method, implicitly m2 method. Okay, I'm saving this file, and I need to create the object. For creating the object, we need to take the main method, and inside the main method, we need to create the object for the child class. Child, and simply you can child. Now we need to create the child child dot. You can call m1 method. You can call m2 method also. This is single level inheritance. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the single level inheritance. Whenever you inherit the properties from parent to child, then you can say that is the single level inheritance. Are you guys clear with my point? This is clear? Okay. So this is all about single level, and we'll discuss about the multi-level. Multi-level. So multi-level meaning we can inherit the properties from multiple levels. So I will show you here the clear example. Okay. For example, I will take grandfather, father, and son. This hierarchy I will take. Then we'll get the clarity. So the first class I will take the grandfather. I will take three classes basically. First class is the grandfather. First class is the grandfather. Okay. This grandfather is having what is having? He is having. We can take one method. The method is having land. 2 acres of land. The father is having. Wide. The method name is land. I am taking the land. Guys, this is normal example I am taking. Instead of this land, you can take anything. Okay. Grandfather is having the land. Okay, fine. And now father. So this will be covered the entire three generations. Grandfather is the uh, I would say previous generation. Father is also previous generation, and our generation is the current generation. Okay, this is the grandfather. Grandfather is having the method that is the land. So he is having 2 acres of land. Guys, this is a normal example only. This is normal example only. Don't think uh, grandfather is having 2 acres of land. Grandfather having 2 acres of land. Okay. Next, father. I'm taking the father class, and the class name is the father, and the father is having gold. So I'm taking the method that is the gold method. So wide M gold method. So his father having gold. So this father is having the gold. Father is father having gold like 500 grams of gold. This is normal example. This is so in your case you can take anything. Okay. Now if I make the relation between the father and son, we need to use extends keyword. Now what will happen? What will happen? Now the son is having the properties land and gold. Land and gold. So now I need to mention father. Now are you guys clear with my point? Father is having the gold property. Grandfather is having the land. So now our father will have two properties. One is the gold and second one is the land. So now current generation. So this father is have one son. That son is having. I am taking the son class. The class name is the son, and I'm taking the son is having the property silver. Okay, okay, flat. I will take the flat. Wide, flat. I will take flat. Okay, okay. Now the sun is having properties, but end of the day, these properties who can achieve, sun will achieve. So the same, how will you write the programmatically? We can mention the extents and which class should I use? Father. Why? Because this father is already having the two properties. Extend those properties directly to the sun. So whenever you use the directly father, then this father is having two properties. So the two properties directly or indirectly, the sun will can achieve those properties. Now I will mention here some dummy message should be like this. Sun is having, sun is having, sun is having flat in BML layout. Okay, sun is having flat in BML layout. Okay, now the sun is total have the three properties. One is the flat, second one is the sun is having sun is having flat in BML layout. Okay, now the sun is having total three properties. Two properties are coming from the parents and one property he can purchase. Okay, total the sun is having three properties. The same way how will you write the programmatically? This is we can go with multiple inheritance and we can write up. Now the sun is having explicitly flat one property and implicitly it is having two properties, land and gold. Okay, land and gold. Are you guys clear with my point? Now we need to extend the properties. How will you? We need to call all the methods. Calling meaning using. Now the sun want to use all the methods. How the sun want to use all the properties? Simply you can take the main method. Simply you can take the main method and inside the main method, these all the methods are which method? Instance method or static method? Instance method. Then you manually create the object. For which class should I create the object? Sun class. Why? Because it is holding all the properties. All the properties. So that's why I need to create the sun and simply I am taking objects. Now I need to call all the methods. So the first one I would like to call the land method, and then I would like to call the gold method, and then finally I would like to calling meaning I am using flat method. Are you guys clear with my point? I am running Dynamics Java application. Then you will get the all the methods. Father is having 2 acres and grandfather is having 2 acres is coming and father is 500 grams of gold is also coming. Son flat all the things, so son able to use. Are you guys clear with my point? This is comes under the multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. And we'll try to understand about the hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance meaning only one parent, it will have the multiple children. It will have the multiple childs. It will have the multiple childs. For example, this how this will be only one parent. For example, this one I will take. Should I should give to the my son now. The same scenario how will you write the programmatically? Okay, the same scenario how will you write the programmatically? The first you need to create the father. I need to create the father and I'm taking the rich father. I'm taking the class. Okay, this father is having two properties basically. One property is gold, void M1 and from here to here, and second one is the not M1, you can say gold, and the second one is the land. land. Okay. Second one is the land. We need to write some dummy message here. Sys out statement. Uh, Having gold, and here also we need to write some dummy message. Sys out statement. Sys out statement. We need some dummy message having good land. Okay. You can mention land. Okay. Gold. Now the father is having two properties. One is the gold, and the second one is the land. Now the father want to decide gold I should give to my daughter and land I should give to my son. So the same thing I will write the programmatically. The daughter name is the Raju, daughter name is the Rani, and son name is the Raju. Okay, son name is the Raju. So simply what I am doing, I will create the class for the Raju. I am creating the class. The class I am creating the Raju, and I am creating the Raju, and I am extending the properties. I am extending the properties. Extends. Extends. The name is, I will say, its father. Rich father. Now the father want to give only one property. So that's why Raju also inherit only one property. The property should be like this. For example, so now he is having two properties actually. Uh, he is having two, but among those he is using only one. He is using only one. He is using only one. In the same way, you can take Rani also. For example, if I take the Rani and I would like to create the Rani, I can create the Rani, and now the Rani is having extends which further, and now we need to inherit the properties. So for inheriting the properties, we need to take a main method. We need to take the main method, and we can call the method gold method. So I'm taking the main method. I would like to take the main method, and inside the main method I need to create the object Rani, and new. Okay, I need to store this Rani into somewhere. Rani, and this is the Rani. Okay. Now I will call the Rani dot gold method. So in this case, rich father is the parent, and Rani and Rasu is the child. So whenever you are going with that approach, then you can say that is the hierarchical approach. Hierarchical approach. Are you guys clear with my point? Now you can access. Now if I go to the Razu and the same thing here also I will do the same process. Main method I am taking, and I am creating the Razu. Razu I am creating the Razu, and I am calling the land method. I am calling the land method. Razu dot land method. Okay. I'm saving this file. So this is the approach of hierarchical inheritance. In this case, if you observe, parent is only one parent. Parent is one parent, and we are accessing. Are you guys clear with this point? This is comes under the hierarchical inheritance. This is under the next thing is multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Why? Because for example, one child class will be there. One child class will be there. This is the child class. You can assume this is the child class. This is the one class. This is the one class. If you take two parents for this class, I will take this is the child class. Okay, this is the child class. This one is the child class. And if the child class have the multiple parents, so which method the child class will execute? The compiler will confuse. The JVM will confuse. I will take the method here. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the one parent method, and this is the multiple meaning. We need to, the one parent class will have the multiple methods, multiple parent classes. This is the one parent class, and this is the one parent class. This is the one parent class, and this is the one parent class. This is the parent class one, parent class, parent one, and this one is the parent two. This one is the parent two. Are you guys clear with my point? What I'm saying? This is the parent two. This is the parent two. So we can assume this parent is having M1 method, this parent is having M1 method. Now we are trying to call the M1 method in the child class. Then the compiler, which method should execute? The JVM, which method should execute? No, the JVM will get confused. Which will get confused. So that confusion is called ambiguity problem. That confusion is called ambiguity problem. So that's why multiple inheritance does not support in Java. One class have the multiple parents. So that's why the JVM will confuse which method should I execute. So that's why multiple inheritance not possible in Java. Multiple inheritance not possible in Java. Okay. Multiple inheritance not possible in Java. Are you guys clear with my point? So this is all about inheritance, guys. Uh, like hybrid inheritance also will be there. That is the fifth one. Hybrid inheritance we can achieve with interface. Hybrid inheritance also not possible with classes. Not possible with classes. We can achieve with interfaces. We can achieve with interfaces. Are you guys clear with my point? So these are the five types: single level, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance. Are you guys clear with my point? So this is all about inheritance. I will stop the live.